Hello, everyone. This is Elle with Elevate Your Life. Yes, we are a little late with this reading, but remember that time is fluid. Also, remember that we will be able to fool any transit within a prolonged amount of time, whether it's 3 days before, during, or 3 days after. It is really based off of how you feel energetically. And some of us, we are, because we all have different moons, sun, moons, risings, we have different placements. There is a wide range of when we'll be able to feel this. This message is for you, even if it is not around Tuesday, January 14th, 2025, around the Cancer full moon or the wolf moon, okay? I personally have been getting wiped out by the full moons and energized with the new moons. And that's just how my body is working right now. So we are going to get into this reading. The energy is still very clear. And also, those of you who are aware, we're going to just reset the deck. You know how I am. I need things upright so that if they are reversal, I know that they are supposed to be reversed because they will flip if they need to, okay? Just like the tables. Anyway, we are really in a very crazy time. We have Mars in retrograde. We have Jupiter in retrograde. We have all types of squares going on. We have Mars and the moon in some sort of thing. Always, if you want to know about placements, Bahati Life, Bomi Spirit, they are the ones to go to for the astrology. I am intuitive, but Bahati Life and Bomi Spirit, they are the ones who study. And they study. They're also intuitives. So if that's something that you would like, I would definitely recommend you go to them for more details. But this will be good for whenever you see it. We just came off of a portal, the new year, and now a full moon. And this is the first full moon of 2025. Interestingly enough, I will be using 3, 6, 9, 11 decks for this reading. Okay. I am seeing that people are viewing but not liking, and I mean, what's the point of that? Please subscribe. Please comment. Let me know what you think. Let me know if it works for you. Yes, I am using the cards with the words, not for myself necessarily, but sometimes it's really good for those of you who are learning, because I want this channel to be a place where you can come and you can learn about the tarot, but also understand what's going on rather than being like, this reading said this, okay? I like to explain it, and if you get a personal reading with me, you'll get something a little bit more in depth than that. Holy Spirit, ancestors, and angels, please provide me with messages for the collective, for their highest and greatest good overall, for this full moon and Cancer energy. Interesting that just came through is the lone wolf. We are in a wolf moon, okay? Those of you who are the lone wolves, you are spending time to yourself. You could also be black sheep. You don't have to be. You could be both. You could have been a black sheep and gone to be a lone wolf. I got the download Wolf in Sheep's Clothing. Some of you are misinterpreted, misrepresented. People think that you can be taken advantage of or that you're not aware. Some of you have to intentionally pretend to be the sheep. Some of you are, you're a big brave dog on the inside, but you don't know it yet. You don't know that you're the wolf, right? And sheep's pure, being pure, usually having a white coat, and then wolves depicted with gray is very interesting. Um, or black, you know what I mean? Learn to live in the gray area. Understand that you can be both pure and also have shadow. And sometimes the shadow side is there to set a boundary that your purity just simply can't. Okay. Um, this is a time to nurture yourself and rest, but also rest in your duality. It is gray outside. You need to be comfortable in the gray area, the gray space, going with the flow or just doing what you need to do and not worrying about if it's the right thing or the wrong thing, because we are conditioned about right or wrong through various things, through society, through our own traumas. And it's very important to have decisions based off of sorry, it's very good to make decisions based off of how what we have learned individually, our intuition and our wisdom, and sometimes that is not in alignment with conventional wisdom, which is okay. Some of you are going to be the lone wolf or have been the lone wolf, or people are trying to paint you to be the big bad wolf when really they are. Sometimes some of you are probably might have been in your wolf era or reflecting on that. Don't doubt. You did what you did. You said what you said. If you don't like it, do it better next time. Do it differently next time. But don't doubt that there wasn't a reason for that to happen. Okay. First card out is the Emperor. Could be dealing with an Aries. Okay. But the Emperor is the same thing. People give the Emperor a bad rap. The big bad wolf. Okay. It is. But people feel like the Emperor is controlling. Right. And not necessarily. You need to be the big bad wolf sometimes to gain respect, right? You need to be the big dog. And so you need to gain respect. And sometimes that requires you to tap into the shadow and set a boundary, to roar, to bite somebody, to let them know if you F around, you will find out, right? But the Emperor gets a bad rap, but it's really for protection, okay? They do what they do for protection, for preservation, for structure and stability. Sometimes you need to get somebody in line, okay? Could be dealing with the Aries or are an Aries. You could be in that gray area as an Aries, been a lone wolf. The Tower card, oh Lord. And this is the fires. A lot of people, and we're not going to talk too much about this. This is also Mars energy, which Aries is also ruled by Mars. So again, heavy Aries energy here. These fires are meant to reset. I am very sad at the news of people passing from the fires. It is devastating, people losing everything. But from a spiritual perspective, okay, sometimes things need to be burned down like this tower to rebuild something better. And I'm not saying in that area, okay? I'm saying in life. Sometimes you got to burn this shit to the ground. Sometimes the systems that are in place are not correct. The structures that are supposed to be so powerful and unpenetratable need to be broken down. Not telling you these people's houses should be broken down. That's not what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that sometimes we have to be reminded that nothing is ours. We need to be reminded that nothing is more powerful than the Creator. In certain religions, you have the Creator, but we also have the Destroyer and gods and goddesses of destroyers. In the Hindu religion, if you really look into the trilogies of Hindu, even God in Christianity is a destroyer. He called the floods, right? A lot of people are coming into judgment. Ooh, and that's in reverse. Some of you guys have clouded judgment. You've been overly critical. All right. There's an ending. Like I was going to say, some cycles are going to an end. We are at the end of a cycle. That tower had to come down. Towers are thought of as powerful things. You know, you can be watchtowers so you can see everything from a high point of view and look down upon things. It could be organizations, both big and small, industries, both big and small, that needed to come down. And unfortunately, there's a spiritual warfare happening at this time. And with war, there is loss. Again, this is not to be grim, and fear mongering. This is to tell you a reality. And this is to let you know that not everything is permanent. So work on focusing what you can. It doesn't matter who's president. It doesn't matter how much money you have. Everybody will get the same leveling if necessary. And it's sad because the way the situation is now, there are a lot of people who are working class that, you know, were bystanders and left SOL by their insurance companies. They worked hard for these things. It doesn't matter. Even you work hard, understand the blessing in these things. Understand that there's a reset. And the people who are celebrities are humbled, are, I'm not going to go into that, but the judgment card's in reverse. So I feel like the straight God's hammer coming down. Like I said, God can destroy and will destroy, depending on what you believe in. Literally, if you believe in science, the universe, the Big Bang Theory, all of these things are happening for a reason. We have the Queen of Wands. This is definitely giving fire energy. This does say Aries, second deacon Aries, third deacon Pisces. But it is for you. The emperor needs a queen. Doesn't have to be, your energy does not have to be in any of those placements. You do not have to be those signs. It says water and fire right here, though, on this card. But you don't have to be those signs. It's a lot of Mars energy, which, you know, that makes sense because Mars is in an interesting position right now. We have the death card, Scorpio. Scorpios, listen, you got Scorpio and Aries that are both ruled by Mars. So maybe if you're a Scorpio or Aries, but also we have the death card and the Ten of Swords. There is a need for an ending right now. The full moon is about endings, releasing. It's the end of the cycle. And then when the moon, it's really the end. It's the releasing phase. But we are learning to work together as a community, right? Even through all, we have to bring humanity back. We have to bring humanity back. And that is the thing, the love for humanity. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. I do see us being nurtured. I do see, oh, King of Pentacles, the Ten of Pentacles. I do see money coming as a result. I do see a relief coming. I see a relief coming. But I see victory overall too. Some of you, you have towers in your life that you were holding on to that were not good for you, and they needed to fall. Some of these towers are obstacles that are in your way. Some of these towers are high horses that you're on that you need to be humbled by. This is metaphorical. We have the King of Pentacles. Your money is going to be great. Some of these things needed to be knocked away from you so that you can stand on your own and rebuild. We have the Magician card. A lot of you have endings so that new beginnings can happen. And whatever you manifest during this time is going to be successful. But there is a decision that needs to be made with the Two of Swords here. We're just going to clear out the energy. We're going to go into one of these newer decks that I got. And we're going to do the power of self-direction. We do know the money is coming. We did read that the money was coming. So don't worry about your finances, okay? Don't worry, sweetheart. Don't worry about it, sweetheart. The deck I'm using is the power of self-destruction or self-direction. Some of you guys are self-destructive and you need to cut that shit out. You're self-sabotaging. That tower is an addiction. That tower is a bad mindset that is keeping you from seeing past and seeing the little things that are better. They may be small, but they're great. They're newer. They're more homely. They're more comfortable. Grow up, patience, autonomy, empowerment, and self-confidence. Some of you guys do need to grow up and you do have to have patience. Some of you don't have the patience, didn't have the patience to break down the tower. Some of you are happy that the towers have gone. That could be a friendship. That could be a relationship. That could be a job. That could be a house. That could be a car. That could be whatever you see, the roadblock, and you're happy. But you weren't patient enough to just work through it. You weren't patient enough to undo it brick by brick. So you waited and you waited, but it had to go. Some of you guys just didn't want to be the big bad wolf. Focus, catalyst. Embrace the challenges that propel you forward. Exactly. Yes. Imagine almost losing your life and losing everything. You have nothing else left to lose. What would you do if you had the ability to start all over? What would you do? If you had a new lease on life, if you almost died, what would you do with it? As a person who has been through natural disaster, I will tell you that it makes you really want to take hold of your life, take control, and do the things that you said you couldn't, that you thought you couldn't, that people said you couldn't, that you gave up on. What are the things that you would do if you got a second chance at life? Because at the end of the day, those people lost a lot, but they are still here. And while they mourn and they're going to rise through the ashes, okay? So though they mourn, and though they don't have what they once had, they have their lives. And now you have no burdens of all the stuff. Some of you were holding on to giant houses or houses full of stuff that you didn't need. And the stuff is not what I'm saying physical. It is spiritual stuff, baggage, all your exes, all the wrongs that happened to you, your childhood trauma, all of that, you're holding it on. It needed to go. Independent, going your own way. Break out of bondage, embark on journeys of self-discovery. And some of them are spiritual in nature. Listen, you have the freedom to go wherever you want to go. And all you had to do was wait for the tower to fall down. What will you do differently to make sure that that tower doesn't get in your way again? Or how will you rebuild your new structure when you realize the tower wasn't practical, wasn't fireproof, wasn't destruction proof. That the bigger it was, the harder it fell down and the more chaos it caused as a result. How are you going to build your life? We're going to do the what's blocking you deck. What does the collective need to know about what is blocking them? Singles and relationship oracle. No, we're not going to use this deck yet. We're going to wait. We're going to wait. We're going to use a different deck. We're going to use this deck. The keywords: career, relationships, personal growth. That's what we're going to do. What does the collective need to know overall? Umbrella. Some of you could be trying to create a business that has an umbrella, that is an umbrella and has a lot of different things under it. Femininity, fashion, shelter, prestige, power, prosperity, protection, royalty, need for protection. Some of you guys need to be doing some protection rituals. And I might even pull out my ritual deck because I almost used it and then I chose not to. So we're going to see. Maybe that's important. Pot, a sweet reward. Treating yourself, something desirable, recreational, giving in to temptation. Listen, some of you guys need to protect your money and your love lives. Protect your femininity, your power. Itchy, meeting an old friend or enemy. Advanced position, in position, or a loss. Someone speaking of you for the better or the worse. Protect yourself. If you are a practitioner, do protection work tonight with this full moon energy. If you don't feel like it is, you don't see it at the right time, you can do it in the planetary hour. You can do it on Saturday. But some of you have already been doing the protection work. Discovering legacy or sorrow, a happy journey, good or bad, money, in or out, a joy or disappointment. Some of you are trying to figure out something new and you don't know what it is. And so you're very unsure with how to move with a certain person, a certain thing, a certain situation. You need to look towards the positive and protect yourself from the negative. Be ready to manifest the positive. Kite. Situation, blowing in, fragile, pretty, tangled reminders. Some of you are fragile right now, and I get that. But you need to be reminded that you can rise above the situation like the kite did. All right. Since we did, and that's the keywords. Since we did get something about someone ill will, I am going to use this Return to Sender Evil Eye Oracle right now. Root work. Seek someone to help you with the protection spell. What have I been trying to tell you? Get your protection up. Dark entities are using the people to work against you. Get your protection up. Some of you need to cleanse because someone has attached something to you. A power wash is simple and recommended. You're going to do baking soda, sea salt, a white vinegar. Put some coconut water in there for a little extra razzle dazzle. When you get out, coat yourself in coconut oil if you can. If you're not allergic. That is a very good power wash and protection. without even doing anything else. A scorned lover. An old fling of your current or recent ex-partner still feels deep pain or rejection and betrayal. Some of you are going to pop out with somebody, or you're going to be dating somebody in the next month or so. And they are going to, their ex-partner is going to feel betrayed by the situation. And you have to understand that is not your problem. You did what was best for you. They are no longer involved. It is what it is. Posting things directed towards you instead of coming to you directly. Yeah. And that's so crazy because I got a download of someone making a post, and I was just thinking in my head, I need to block a certain individual in the event things transpire a certain way. And then I saw this confirmation. Some of you guys need to go ahead and block that person, but I'm actually deactivated on social media, so that shit don't matter. Hate tweets towards you, petty birds. Tweet, tweet. I'm telling you, people are obsessed with you. They're about to be obsessed with you. All right. We're gonna do the place oracle, and then I'm gonna end this, and you're gonna have to check the separate love video. So I like to separate the love readings. What is a significant place for the collective, or what are significant places for the collective at this time? The lake could be somewhere by water would be good. The woods, tranquil reflections. Scorching lands, blazing suns. Deserts, searing heat, parched earth. Let me tell you something, and this is about what was going on, but this looks like it's volcanic activity. But there's because there's like palm trees and stuff. Let me tell you something. We have fire and water, the balance of yin and yang. I want you guys to look up what fire energy spiritually does, because it purifies, and so does water. People think one is better than the other, but sometimes people fear one or the other more. I know someone who loves fire but is afraid of the ocean. And I know someone who is terrified of water. Terrified of fire but loves the ocean. But then you have people like me who are obsessed with both, right? Finding balance in yin and yang. Some of you are going to be finding your match. You guys are extremes. Could be a water and fire sign connection. Water and fire. Amusement park. Have fun with life. You're in for the thrilling ride. Some of you guys might be going to an amusement park. Frigid realm, icy wilderness, Arctic wonders, polar extremes. It could be cold in these places. But you can actually use snow to make holy water. You're going to light a light blue candle with 23rd Psalms. You can find a recording of that on repeat, or you can say it over it. You boil the snow, and that's how you make holy water. Or you can make holy water with that, especially with the full moon. Window, framed views, glass portal, windowsill. I think that there's going to be a destination or a retreat situation where you're going to be in nature, and it's going to be really pretty views, kind of like when I lived in Wisconsin. I had beautiful views in the winter. All right, guys, I'm going to get the what's the tea cards, and then we are going to end this live. Not this live, sorry. We're going to end this video. I have not been live lately, so sorry. This is from another reading. Okay. What's the tea for the collective with regards to the full moon? And then we're going to go into the love reading. Anything that's covered love-wise, you'll follow over into the love reading for the collective. Some of you guys have a love offer or an offer on the table. Travel. Some one of you are going to have a job offer to travel, or an offer to travel with a friend, traveling together, your booth thing, and it's just like a weekend trip. Let's take a day trip. Spiritual hater hates on you, spirituality, light, power, magic. I'm telling you, some of you guys need to practice return to senders, some protection work on this full moon, because people are going to use it. Fake smile. Some of these people are not your friends. Some of these people are going to pretend to be happy and they're not. Some of you guys are depressed and you're not telling people that you're depressed. You're pretending. Impersonator, literally, is what I'm saying. Wants to be you, acts like you, dresses like you. Some of these people are impersonating you and they're pretending to be happy for you, but really they're studying you so they can impersonate you. There's a dirty offer. There's a person that's pretending to be a friend. Be wary of them. They're going to come up to you and try to befriend you or get closer to you if they're already around. Be wary of them. Fishing for comments. They're trying to figure out what's going on in your head so that they can then turn it around. Thief. They're trying to rob you of your joy. They might be trying to take your partner or break up your relationship somehow. Hustling. Making it rain, focus, getting the money right. So the money is going to be good. We will get into the love, romance, whatever. We're going to just jump over to I'm going to finish here. I hope that this helped you. Please go over and look at the video for love. Thank you. Have a great day. Bye.